We're going to jump right into something, and it's highly, highly concerning. I'm going to go into Kirstin Bowers. And as you can see right here, give me a second, I'm trying to get to my who he is talking about is a Rush County mother charged for starting house fire that killed her 7-year-old child. There was 3 other children. All 4 are her and her husband's children. This just happened, and she started a fire while all 4 of her kids were left inside the house that she just set on fire, and walked several blocks down the road while a fire was engulfing a house. A fire that she started, then asking for donations, assistance. And it's sad. You can read this up. This just is a recent case. But when a father, I can't hold back anymore. No more, man. It's like I'm protecting my wife, but I'm not saying this, and she could not be protected. I'm just going to let you guys read this. She is going online, begging for donations for food, for housing. And you had a dad begging true crime enthusiasts that were feeling sorry for this mother. She knew exactly who started that fire, and her friends and family that go back to the same cartel, foreign terrorist organization. Her friends and her family go back to a Lafayette child that's now missing. Flora 4, the same troubled community. Logansport fires, the same troubled community. Daniel Height. This woman's friends go back to Jamie Beasley. Her cousin, Mariah Kern, Kern, goes by Mariah Coy, Coy, on Facebook. Found murdered at a party in a garage. Then her cousin, Jamie Beasley, goes missing and found only torso, Indianapolis. Her sister, Kelsey. Many of these friends that are sitting right here with Kirstin Bowers go back to cases like that. Over 40 missing and murdered children, all of the troubled community. Multiple fires, just like this mother. Her friends within that same cartel drug network that goes back to other children dying in fires, like the 2 survivors. Did you know they were longtime friends with local politicians? The same politicians Bonnie Earlbeck gave Ellis's mom, like the Howard County Mayor Greg Goodnight, Captain Kevin Summers, Chief Robert Baker, all friends with Gabriel Ellis's mother, along other politicians like Paul Wyman, Greg Goodnight, the mayor, Ty Macarena, and Delphi of Kokomo, Indiana. What are him captains of a police agency, chiefs, Howard County, Carroll County, judges, their family and friends, going back to cartel dealers like 2018, Kokomo? Hmm. The same foreign terrorist organization that's taking the lives of missing and murdered children and adults alike out of the troubled community within it. One thing I cannot stand is a certain lowlife going on 2 lives now trying to extort information out of me using false claims to start the attack. You need to look into Lana, LANAORIANI versus Vanessa Wash. Vanessa Wash versus Lana Oriani, aka Truth and Transparency. The attacks, slander, extortion, stalking, harassment that got her a lifetime protective order on what she and her friends like Teresa Stevens, aka Criminality, unmasked former partner. I'm about to surprise some of you with some of the individuals I've been talking to here as of lately. You'll be surprised who some of my subscribers are. You chose the wrong federal witness and living federal victim of a now foreign terrorist organization to try to extort for your own benefit, for your own content, for you to make money off of. The federal witness tampering, stalking, harassment, extortion, using threats. You think, oh, your threats, oh, I'm not going to survive where you're able to put me? Go ahead and try, little boy. You low-life fucking meth addict. Shall I list your Ohio felony meth criminal record for all to see? Mr. Lowlife. And I'm not using your fucking ruled handle or anything like that. Use your own minds. Just like AKA Kate, the meth ice queen. What are meth addicts, dealers, their family and friends like Linda Garlic? Remember the girls' rules? All those chaps? Oh, I do. And just to let you know, I remember. Here, I got a nice little surprise. Here. So the same one supporting this mother that could have killed all 4 of her children. I want you guys to open your eyes and ears and listen and look where I'm showing you. What good is stalking and harassing a federal witness and a living federal victim of a now foreign terrorist organization when I've got cartel dealers that were picked up in 2018, threats upon my life, proven killers that are out early, out of prison, like Alan Tinker, threatening he can't wait to see me here soon when they, like Tyler French, just put, when they come. Then I've got others like Alan Tinker, proven killers, who had help by a suspect, the FBI handler, Michael Curtis, knew and forced upon me. Curtis Beck. The troubled community, the drug community, the white supremacy. He was one of the ones where my white and blue collar, years of an FBI informant, came in handy. because the agent that was over me had an informant that did white, blue collar. I did organized crime, motorcycle clubs, sex, drugs, gun, human trafficking, like mobile ground shakers. They wondered how Ricardo Espinosa, aka Ricky Twist, and other dealers were picked up in 2018. You let undercover FBI agents in that I introduced you to another MC club I'm friends with down Indy. Oh, hey, meet these guys. You open yourselves up. Sin City, Milwaukee Iron, thanks to a lifelong Bird member, his family that were trying to use me, it backfired. Danny DeMolin, his sexual exploitation of his strippers got moved to MC clubs, motorcycle clubs there in Kokomo, like Mobile Ground Shakers. The FBI knows all about that, among other motorcycle clubs, that the same operations was going on for a now foreign terrorist organization. You have politicians, elected officials, rank and file law enforcement, judges sitting friends with cartel dealers, then trying their cases. You have prosecutors that have actually tried the defendant's case that they're now going against and dismissing charges. Look how many child exploitation charges, like Gabriella's, gets dismissed, like another case, like Charles Chuck Myers. It sure helps when his family is one of the tax preparation companies that's doing a lot of the cartel kingpin and family members, which an ex-girlfriend of one of the cartel dealers and kingpin family members gave everybody's who's who and what's what. They're covered. What companies do they own? What nonprofits do they own? What motorcycle clubs do they belong to? DEA and FBI's had that for years. And everybody's saying I'm gatekeeping when you're trying to extort, threaten, intimidation, harassment, telling I'm not going to survive or you're able to put me. Go ahead and try. Send it to ic3.gov because my federal legal team and the agents behind me are already showing that my digital record and data, forensic data, I didn't send anybody any spyware, any bullshit like that. And look up the email source that you're using doing false flags on, oh, only open this if you know the sender. And you have family members saying, hey, I sent my family some vacation pictures. And it flagged it as, oh, I'm sending spyware. How many times that company that you're going through an email-wise, free email, mind you, has done false reports? You have family members, even in the same household, talking about them sending each other pictures or emails. Wow. So go ahead, low life. Extort me some more. Some content creators that you've best buddied with have a long track record. And they're not going to like on some of my new guests that's about to come in. And we're going to talk about extortion, stalking, harassment, this true crime community, the dark side, aka the train wreck. Oh, it's got its own series coming. Just like the PI moms train wreck. The train wreck of the good and the bad side of the true crime community. But they'll go to the any necessary links for content and money to be made off that content, viewers and subscribers, memberships. Donate. I need a wheelchair ban. Have you ever seen me mention that once? For over 2 years now, since I've got my new power chair, I have gone zero point 0.2 miles around my house is where it's only safe to go. One city block. That's it. Far as I can go. I can't leave a zero point 0.2, like a half mile radius. That's all I got freedom wise, unless I'm going to a doctor's appointment home. Only time I get to see the world. And it's getting to the point now where my manual chair, my body and me is getting to the point that my kidney failure, I can only push myself short distances. It sucks. The chair I need, I can't get anywhere I need to go. But you see me begging, crying, donate to me, donate to me. Look, half the time I don't even have this banner on. Never say anything. And do you see me saying begging, 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 doing, oh, let's make a goal? No. I could care less. It's never been about me, what I can get. But for you to send Kate and, let's see, Gambies? Should I keep naming names? Teresa? The waves of people you've sent at me, emails, Facebook, text messages, emails, all trying to pry information out of me. And now I have a low-life piece of shit fucking meth head getting paranoid, fucking hitting the pipe and getting fucking paranoid, going on live chats trying to further extort me out of fear, intimidation, harassment, stalking. 2 lives now that the feds have watched every single bit and taken note. I've spoke freely of who and what I was federally. You're thinking I'm still an FBI informant. No. Only reason I'm working with them as a federal witness and living federal victim, I refuse to work with Indianapolis FBI. I'm working with a different agency outside of Indiana for a damn good reason. Multiple agencies allowed what happened to Greg Ferenczi to happen. There are suspects sitting in my files. They were leaked information. And from who? Why? How much? What price? I further got federal charges. I tried speaking to the sheriff of Boone County. Look at their drug ties and connections back to your deputy's killer. Oh, no, no, no. Do you even want to look at my own family in that area? Long meth making and dealing? Best friends praising his best friends. Shooting of a deputy openly saying he would do the same. He was picked up only a few months later. Him and his father dealing meth. Was picked up just a few months later on violation of probation. They gave him probation. He violated that. Was picked up with an illegal possession of a stolen firearm. That sheriff didn't want to listen to me, but the feds looked back to my files. There was 5 people on a truck. That the text messages that Michael Curtis, my handler, and the FBI had, the recorded phone calls, the Facebook messages, the Facebook group chats. It's also the same criminal network that goes back to Brad Holder, Shane Meehan. But Deputy Jacob, Jakob Pickett, Boone County, And Terre Haute police officer Robert Pitts. There was another murder of a roommate. Their cases are federally tied and connected using my informant files that I have content creators, their followers, and fellow content creators saying I'm gatekeeping and now using extortion for over 2 years now, threats, intimidation, stalking, harassment of a federal witness and living federal victim, now trying to use extortion by going on lives and threats being made to my life by a content creator and their friends to get information that I hold and I'm gatekeeping are the same individuals like the girls rule, Julie Melvin, Judy Hathaway, Linda Garlick, Amy Jones, Jenny Kroom, Jolene Jody Posley. Shall I keep naming names? Tina Riddell. They're all giving access to information, including crime scene pictures from Julie Melvin going on lives bragging that she is the one that sent to the creator that she's talking to. Then what other content creators said, hey, I got these from Julie Melvin, and they're talking about the crime scene pictures that were sent to them by Julie Melvin. And she's going on lives, giggling, laughing, knowing there's individuals, dealers like Jenny Crew, Brittany Mooseholder, her aka daughter, her niece that she raised, going back friends of like Garrett Kurtz. But don't I dare say a damn word. Then you have Linda Garlick. Her daughter introduced me, Shauna Bradfield, introducing me to Aaron Unger. Linda still calls Aaron and her oldest daughter, Celeste, her granddaughter, and her daughter, even though she's her ex-daughter in law. There's family of Linda, her son, going back down to friends and family of recent missing and murdered cases, including a Lafayette missing woman. You have Aaron Unger's ex-husband's family and friends, and then her and her friends and family, like Linda Garlick, Tina Riddell, their friends and family, like Megan Riddell, Josh Ebeling. Yeah, he's a cartel dealer. Shot at police while he was being chased. Threats and trying to extort information out of me, just like a certain content creator and their friends and fellow content creators have been doing for over 2 years to me. Like Vanessa, I'm not no ordinary citizen. You've violated federal laws. The federal witness and victim tampering when murders are involved, the extortion, it only adds further time. Your actions. Then we're going to get into the crimes against a person with disabilities. You have content creators, their friends, and others on their live panel and their chats having a good old time. My PTSD I got as a child rape and molestation victim, a child exploitation victim. Makes me mentally ill. I'm a fucking retard. Phoenix, Adrian, Croft, Criminality, Colton, not Colton, but CJ, Dan, Christine. How about the fraud felon True Grit Crime, Christina Stewart. Her and Sonny loved defrauding you all, and she's a felon, long time history of cons and felony fraud. And look at her husband's shooting of her child and what she had to say about it. How dare I speak the truth? And she says she's here for child victims. Hmm. But what do I have dealers like the AKA Ice Meth Ice Queen, Kate, aka Pre-Consent, and others? Actions they chose to do for their content creator friends. For how much? How much do you get for violating federal crimes? And it's not supposable. Many of you are about to see. And I'm sorry, that some of your favorite creators, their followers and their friends decided to violate federal laws, down to trying to extort a federal witness and living victim, claiming that I'm gatekeeping information that's privileged to them. Under what federal legal guideline? Are you a federal agent? Are you anybody legally obligated to know or have a informant, witness, and living federal victim come forward to a trusted legal source like Andrew Baldwin, Matt Hoffman, when you have legal realm to know what I know and on who, down to what hard copies, the who, what, when, where, and why, that caused investigations that got individuals from suspects to charged, tried, convicted, and sitting hundreds of years and hundreds of lives saved. So low life, criminality, R&M, the rest of you that think you're legally privileged to know every detail of who and what I know, and you think it's your right to know everything I know on who, and to get everything I know by all means necessary, think again. The Hobbs Act, federal victim, witness, and who knows, I might be an informant, but for what agency? You'll never know. I've tried speaking up. You all decide to attack me for content and money. You see money signs in your eyes. Ching! That content could get me a lot of views. Let's gatekeep his page and keep him silent. And we're gonna take this as our information. And looky here, our digging, our hard work. Ching! Give us the money. I've never been a fraud. I didn't violate any laws. Federal, state, none. I had a legal team behind me this whole time. There's investigators I report information back to. But when you're trying to attack me, claiming that I'm doing something that I'm not, and trying to further extort me, telling me I'm not going to survive on what you're going to do to me, you and your friends are going to learn the hard way. I've been trying to shine a light in the darkest of days in the right direction, but you have individuals, dealers, and cartel members of a foreign terrorist organization befriending content creators, their friends, and their family, overloading chats. You're hearing what Tina Riddell, Brenda Garlick want you to hear, the pictures of they took, the contents what was not in a vehicle. as what they wanted the narrative pushed. Why JP and Aaron Unger threatened to kill my life if I keep talking to the ISP and the interstate police and the FBI. Knowing details back in December 21st of 2020 on the killers, and the law enforcement knew till years later when it became public. Just like your mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, still your aka she still openly on record calls you her daughter. She knew about two objects coming up missing, tied together and taken years before it became public knowledge. Further details only the killers and law enforcement knew. But you had content creators befriending these individuals, allowing them to get near and contact, knowing everything Carrie Timmons and around Carrie and her daughters, her children, when they came up, or they had access to go down and visit Carrie, like Linda Garlic, the same Linda that her family and friends threats to kill me, take my life. These are what the content creators' best friends and who they're giving information back to, just like Elvis Fields' longtime family friends, Shelley Collins, Julie, Tina, all the girls' rules, like Tony Hunt. Y'all know every name I'm talking about in every chat. I'm not the only one that knows and seen all that. Down to Tina's admissions, the videos and pictures being taken off of her daughter's phone, and her saying this. The blood that she said, no, what if, ands, or buts about it, when asked by me. Whose blood was that? The Delphi girls. What from? Where at? But for so many, for content and money, don't hesitate to stalk, harass, now trying to physically extort. The extortion, coercion, intimidation, fear. They may have done it with other content creators. I never try to be a content creator. You've done to others just like you did to Vanessa. And I hope after the federal charges hit, the federal hell around this cartel, the foreign terrorist organization, the same individuals like Julie Melvin, the politicians around her, Tina, Linda, their family, these cartel dealers, it's all sane. You thought Muncie was bad. TikTok.